Today I have just a very short video about a solution that I was tinkering with, at least in my mind, for quite a while, because I have a lot of machines like this C64 here and I'm running out of space. And yeah, I have shelves and these shelves are full to the brim with stuff. And I need a better way to display my machines, because if they are in a shelf they are like this and you can't see them if they are stacked on top of each other. And that's a shame, because that's a pretty nice machine. So I came up with a solution, and that's what this video is about. So to get this thing stored somewhere or displayed somewhere, there are different solutions on the market, and I decided to come up with my own, and that is this one right here. And yeah, doesn't look like much. It's 3D printed, and you will find the links to all the STL files in the description below. This is a rail, and it's closed on one side and open on the other. You could also print one with which is open on both sides, and the idea is that you have two of these rails, put them side by side, let me show you, on the wall like this, and then you have these arms and these holes, and these arms have these legs, and these clip in here, and you have a mounting solution, and you can put your C64 or whatever machine here. And I will provide just this part, which is the part which clips in here, and you can design your own arms if you like, or hooks, or whatever you desire. And if you have two of these, you can just go. And now you have two of these, and you can hang it on the wall, and you can put your machine in there. You can even use it as a stand, so you can put it on a desk and it will stand. You don't even have to mount it, and you have it like this, which is nice. Let me give you a different camera angle. So this is what it looks like if you just put it on here. And of course you can put the feet in the same distance to the sides, so that it doesn't look like this. And from the side it looks like this. And I think this is a pretty cool solution, and it works. It's very, very stable, even though it's 3D printed, and it's just PLA printed, so it's not some magic stuff. Yeah, so you can do this at home, and you can of course put it in here, you can put it in here, you can put it in here, or you can go, and if you have more than one machine, and that is the sweet part about this, you can either close this up with one of these here, if you just have one of these rails and you want to have it clean, or you can go and you can get one of these, or print one of these, which is a connector. You can put this here, then you take a second rail and put this here, and now you have a double length rail and can put 2 or 3 or 4 machines. You have of course to print more than just one of these arms here, but that works too. You can't stand it then, because that, I think, wouldn't work too well, or it might, I'm not sure. Yeah, so let's go and mount a single rail on the wall, and let's see how that works. So there are screw holes in here, and they are recessed, so you can use screws and just put it in there. And it's important that you use recessed screws and heads that actually go in there, because these clip over that. Yeah. And if you put it in the top or the lower position, you don't see the screw holes. And yeah, as I said, you can get these for free. I will put the links to the models in the description, and we will now go and mount a single rail. So if you go and print these, you have to print with some support, because as you can see, there's a little gap between this part and this part here. You can see it like this. And you have to support this, because you have to print this lying down like this. Don't print it like this. It doesn't work, because it will break. Because if you print like this, you get these the lines like this, and then it will break if you put some pressure on here. But this is pretty stable, so you can, I would say, at least put 5 to 6 kilos on here, or 10 to 12 pounds. And these are also printed lying down, because then you have the ugly side on the wall and the other side here. Same for these here, these end caps. And you have to have 2 end caps for the rails if you have a single rail installment. And you can just super glue them in here and put them on the lower side. Or if you use these, same here, just super glue them in. Use the same rail, just turn it around like this, and you have a longer rail. If you want to have rails with more spacers, there will also be a rail which has 2 holes on the sides, so they can actually make really long rails if you are into that kind of stuff. Yeah, so let's mount now. So since I don't even have enough wall space to mount something like my my system here, I will just go and put it on this IKEA shelf here. Now I will mount it right on the edges, so I don't have to measure. And the good thing is I can put a machine here, and if I have stuff for this machine, like a power supply or anything, I can just go and can use this as storage and put the machine in front if I don't need it, which is pretty nice. So yeah, no wall to mount to, sorry. I will just mount it to the shelf here. And it's super easy because I don't even have to take any measurements, I just screw it in. I use these little screws here, should be enough. With a little bit of pressure, screw should take, and that's all we want. No power tools needed, by the way. Just sheer force. And it could be that my recess here is not deep enough. Let's check that. No, works. Okay. And in goes the second screw. Just make sure that it's straight. And if at some point I decide to remove these, I can just turn the shelf around and nobody will ever know that there was a shelf system mounted there. Okay. Go and put the first in. Nice. And now we do the second one. Since we don't have to take any measurements, we just go and screw it right in. Just make sure that the distance isn't too far between those, because the machine has to sit there, and if you do it too far, the machine just falls through. And as you can see, these things are pretty sturdy, even though they are 3D printed. And this is, as I said, just standard PLA, nothing fancy. You can of course use something like PCBWay to get nicer prints, or print them slower to have them nicer, but there's a machine in front of this anyway, so who the fuck cares? Like this. Put it in. Oh, it's already in. Okay. And place the machine. Nice. I mean, it's not bad, is it? I could even go a little down to make it look nicer. Let's try that. That's the beauty of these shelves. You can just go put these things wherever you want. Yeah, super glue wasn't dried, or wasn't dried correctly, so let's put it here. Same on the other side. Like this. Does this look nicer or does it not? Oh, it does. Okay, cool. Yeah, that's good. I guess there's a dust cover on there, so that makes it very shiny. Let me take that off. So that's what it looks like. From the side. And you could make these a little steeper, but that's the limit of my 3D printer, so about 20 centimeters. So it works. I think that's pretty cool. And if you need the stuff in the drawer, you just remove the machine. You can still pull the drawer out and put the machine back. Pretty cool. I like it. Nice. Yeah, so this concludes today's video. If you have any suggestions or need anything, just let me know in the comments. I think it's a pretty cool system and you can use it as you like. As I said, links in the description below to the models. Just import them into any kind of slicer, create your G-code, print it, you're good to go. So until next week, bye-bye.
Thank you for watching Retro is the New Black. If you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. If you like the video, please share. Every like, share, and comment helps a lot. Until next time, bye-bye.